I tend to see a lot of videos of people talking about how they're going to go about creating a new ideal life for themselves or starting a new business or going to be making $1 million. And I've tried implementing some of the things that they talk about in their videos, but I feel like every person's method of going about achieving something is different. So I'm going to add a little disclaimer that this video is for you if you get to the end of the day and think, how on earth did I get nothing done? If you tend to think more about how you're going to do something rather than actually doing it, and if you know the things that you have to do, but you have a hard time actually doing them. I'm beginning to experiment with a new method of task completion. If you've watched any of my other videos, then you know that I use a 12-week year, so I'm still gonna be using the 12-week year. It's just how I'm going about implementing it that is changing. I have the dashboard that I use linked down below, so you can click on that link, add it to your Notion page, and follow along with me if you'd like, or you can just watch this video and implement it later if you'd like. This is my current 12-week year dashboard. I've talked about this in a few of my other videos, but I really like this method of goal completion because it allows me to break really big yearly goals into smaller goals, and then into actionable steps, which I am going to show you guys in a second. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go through month 2, because that's the month that I'm in right now, and adjust some of these goals so that they're more on par with something that I can achieve but is still challenging me. When I first made these goals, I was a little bit too excited and wasn't fully prepared for how much work it was going to take to send 150 emails a week. So I'm just gonna go through, adjust some of these, and then you guys are gonna see the whole process. Regarding the $10,000 a month, currently, I don't have a consistent income stream that I wake up feeling super excited about. I have taken on a 9-to-5 job to help out one of my boyfriend's businesses, so I just call people, but I'm just not the kind of person that enjoys that kind of job, and it's made me feel very demotivated, and maybe that's just something that I should work on, but that is my current job right now. So the way I see it, I have two options. I can either make this job seem more like a game and make it fun for myself, or I could just stop doing it and dive deeper into quietly becoming and UGC content. But because I need the income now, I'm gonna go with the former option and make the 9-to-5 job seem more like a game and make it more fun and enjoyable. I'm gonna do this at least for the first month, and then we'll see how it goes from there. So I'm going to add that as a strategy under $10,000 a month, is to make 100 calls per day. That is there. I'm gonna change this to 50 emails a week. I wanna keep doing this. I wanna keep doing this. Maintain 3 UGC clients. So yes, I do wanna do this, but I am having a hard time making UGC clients. So I'm just gonna make this 2. I'm gonna change that to 2 and hopefully maintain 2 UGC clients. The UGC area is where I really fell short in August. I think what happens is I make my goals super big, and being the perfectionist that I am, I'm like, well, I'm not gonna half-ass it, so I'm just not gonna do it at all. And then I don't do anything towards that goal, which I know that doesn't make sense, but my brain just thinks like that in the moment. So I have to make it seem attainable, because if I make it easy for myself, it's kind of like if you don't want to work out, you just do 1 push-up or 1 sit-up, and then suddenly you're like, well, I'm doing 1, I might as well like keep doing them, you know? And so that's kind of how my brain works personally. Okay, and then priority 2 was to be posting 2 times a week on YouTube. I'm doing well there. Obviously, I've been uploading consistently, and then being conversational in Spanish, I can do this. It's just a matter of prioritizing it into my daily tasks, which I'm going to be talking about in the next few minutes. So I'm gonna leave that one there, even though I didn't really do it in August. Okay, so I'm sure you're saying, Lauren, you just moved some things around, you just changed some of your goals. How are you gonna make sure that you actually implement it this month? And that's a really good question, because I would be asking the same thing if I were watching this video. So there's a quote that says, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. And my system for achieving the level of my goals was simply non-existent. I had no system. For instance, my system for the past month, for August, was to simply know what I was supposed to be doing and just expect myself to have the willpower to do it. I woke up with no actual plan. I just kind of did whatever I felt like doing that day. So the system that I've come up for this month is what I like to call the puzzle system. Essentially, what I'm going to be doing is creating a list of the things that I know I need to do every single day. These are like for sure's, like eat breakfast, journal, make calls, send emails, things like that, like for sure things. And then from that, I'm going to fit each thing into my day, because I'm the kind of person that I like my days to be different, but I need to have consistency regarding the things that I do, if that makes any sense. For example, I know that if I'm gonna edit this YouTube video, some days I wanna do it at my house, some days I wanna do it at Starbucks, some days like I wanna go to WeWork and do it. That's kind of what I mean. Like I'm gonna do the same thing, just differently. So this is the dashboard, and if we scroll down here to month 2, which is the month that we're now of the 12 weeks, has always been there, but this is what I added down here. So these are obviously 3 different columns. These are my firm to-dos. These are things that I know that I have to do every single day, and I've highlighted them in order of priority. Red being the things that I have to do every single day, no matter what, I have to do these things. And yellow being I should do these things definitely, but if there's like 1 or 2 days where I don't do them, it's not gonna be the end of the world. And then the green things are things that I know I should be doing, but they're not super high priority right now. And if they don't get done more than once or twice a week, then it's not gonna be the end of the world. Added to-dos, I made this column is obviously blank because for today I have nothing super planned, but this is where I would add lunch with a friend, or I have a photo shoot, or I need to drop some packages off, like errands that I need to run. That's where this would go. So then I call this the puzzle system because every day is gonna be different. So I essentially just fit things into my schedule that is going to be happening the next day. If you're gonna implement this strategy, the puzzle system, I'm gonna coin it that, you can do this however you want. You can do this on the Notion dashboard. If you're following along, you can do this along with me. You can do it with a pen and paper and just do it that way. If you're really crafty, and this is something that I would do if I had a magnetic fridge, what I would do is I would make little magnets, which each is my firm to-dos, and then I would just make like some blank things, blank little magnets that I could write on, and make those my added to-dos, and then make my schedule that way. I think that would be super fun and kind of crafty. But for now, I'm doing it on Notion because I've gotten really familiar with Notion, and this is the easiest way for me to do this. Right now, I'm going to fit each of these into my schedule for today, and actually maybe I'll just do it for tomorrow because I'm already kind of started on today. So I'm going to do these for Tuesday because today is Monday, and then you guys can kind of see how I go about doing this. So you can kind of see how I go and add these things into my puzzle, which is the day. Now, I know that some of these things might not take as long as I prescribed them, but I have found that I like time buffers because it makes me feel more accomplished if I get things done sooner. It's kind of like a hostess like gives you a time for 2 hours and then she actually is able to seat you in 30 minutes and you're like, heck yeah, that was amazing. I like to do that with myself. As you can see, not everything from my list of to-dos gets added to my daily schedule. Sometimes I just don't have time to accomplish everything, and I know my energy levels throughout the day just because I've become very aware of them. And I also know what my day is going to be like. I'm pretty good at predicting it based off of my cycles as a woman, which I think is very important to know if you're a woman. Like I said, this dashboard is very much in the beta stages. I would like it if it would be able to drag and drop the things into my daily schedule rather than having to type it out and remember what I had written and things like that. So the dashboard's still in the very beta stages. You can absolutely use it if you'd like to because the system still works, it just takes a little bit more time. Let me know if this system works for you, if you guys are going to implement it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and thank you so much for watching this video. Bye.